Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a full face of Australis makeup. So I've got some new stuff that they've just recently released, and I've also got some of my favorites, and I'll also be going over some hits and misses, so products that I don't recommend and products that I do recommend. If you're not in Australia or New Zealand, you probably have never heard of Australis. It is an Australian brand. They're an affordable brand. They're also certified cruelty free. A lot of their products are actually vegan. So first of all, I've got a few primers of theirs. So I've got their original primer. This one here is just like a nice hydrating primer if that's what you're looking for. It's not my personal preference. I don't regularly go for it. Maybe now that it's going into winter I will reach for it a bit more, but usually I don't use it. They've more recently, well, it's not recently, it's been out since last year I think, but I've recently brought the makeup primer Spritz. So I tend to like to spray a setting spray on my face first because I find it helps to control oil and gives your foundation a nice base to work off. It says it's the ideal makeup primer Spritz, easy to use and helps to create a fresh and long-lasting base. So I'm just going to give myself a spray. And the more recent one that they've come out with, well, this again, it's not that recent, but I think it's still in their new section, is the Midas Touch Serum Primer. I've used this once. It's a hydrating primer, so again, it's not going to fill in your pores. I think they have a pore filling one, but pores aren't my big problem at the moment, so I don't care. This one has got pretty little flecks of gold through it. Just smooth that onto my face. I will go over the nose with this one. It seems to be more the pore filling primers that my nose and I have issues with. Feels quite nice. It does feel a little bit tacky, which should be good for foundation application. And I can see, you probably can't see it on camera, but I can see the little gold flecks glistening on my skin. If you don't like sort of a glittery flecks, you're not going to like that primer. Next thing I grabbed more recently is their lip plumper, Get Plumped. So I used to be a huge fan of lip plumpers. I don't really use them much anymore, but I thought I'd give it a go. So we'll prime our lips with this as well. It's really hard to squeeze out. Got to put a lot of pressure on it to get anything out. It's quite firm and it comes out like a cream, not like a gloss. I'm going to pop that on. It's got a little bit of a pink tinge to it. It smells really nice. It smells like it's got cinnamon in it. I usually get an allergic reaction from cinnamon products in makeup. I tried an e.l.f. one once, a primer, and I ended up with sores and flaking skin all over my lips for like 2 weeks. It was awful. Never again. This one doesn't feel as bad though. That one really burnt. But I can definitely taste the cinnamon. I'll have to I will have to see how it goes. So next up we're going to try out their new Color Click CC Cream. CC creams and BB creams and tinted moisturizers are pretty much the same thing. So this says, the lightweight texture illuminates, minimizes the appearance of pores and moisturizes your skin. Can also be used as a pre-foundation primer. That's what we're doing today, because you can layer tinted moisturizers and BB creams and then put a foundation over the top to add a bit more coverage. So this one is in the shade medium. Pretty sure there's only 3 shades. It's light, medium, dark. So it's in a squeezy tube. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit on the back of my hand. It's quite liquidy, surprisingly. Now I like to apply tinted moisturizing sort of products, BB creams, CC creams, with a brush. Probably the only time you'll see me using brushes. I generally use a sponge, but you get more coverage with a brush. So I'm just going to dab into it and start working it into the skin. Okay. Very light coverage as expected. It's a CC cream, but some of them you do get, oh god. I got that in the lip plumper and now it's in my eye. Ouch. could easily see this, wearing this on the weekend, and that'd be it. Okay. Now I'm just going to skip ahead for a minute because I need to do some colour correcting under my eyes. They're a little bit dark today. So this is the Take Me On Tour contouring and highlighting kit in the cream one. Now you can only get the 3-pan one at selected stores, so I'm pretty sure I got this from Kmart. You cannot get it on Australis' website. You can get the 6-pan one, or now they have released your customizable palettes. They've got cream options in there. So in this one, it comes with a contour shade, a colour correcting peach shade, and a yellow shade. I'm going to take the peach shade on my finger and we're going to just pop a little bit under the eye. A little bit under this eye, just to get rid of some of that darkness. You can see the difference very clearly between this eye and this eye. So I quite like this little cream set. But yeah, they've got the customizable ones now, which are really good because you can choose which colours you want. A bit more expensive though, the customized palettes and the products, like if you're adding it all together. Cool. So we got that on. So yeah, if you're looking for an affordable peach corrector, Australis has got some good ones. They've also got in that, so the Colour Click, they've got colour correcting primers, which is awesome. Now I'm going to take one of my favourites, used this for a long time, the Australis Stay Put Longwear Foundation. Claims to have up to 16 hours of wear. I'm not about to test 16 hours. No. I can't remember. It's got SPF 15 in it, which is awesome. And again, shade range is pretty shit house. This is in the shade Nude. I'm going to use my sponge now because that's my preferred method. And I'm just going to dot it over the face. This one is a bit lighter than the one I put underneath. That's alright, it'll probably end up matching my tan better. Oh, stunning! I think this is medium buildable. This actually sits really nice over that CC cream. Whew, I recommend that combination. I might be doing that more often. That looks really good. I hope it looks good on camera, it's just not my dodgy eyes. So I really like that foundation. It's a really nice everyday, just say you're going to work and you want a nice foundation to wear that's not too expensive. I really like that Australis Stay Put one. A good option. Ooh, concealer. So the only concealer of theirs that I really like is the Bye Bye Blemish concealer. I really like concealers that have the wands. This only comes in 2 shades though, so, which again is bullshit. 2 shades, cool and warm, isn't really enough for anyone really, unless you've got pretty fair skin. But I like this one. Now the trick with, and of course I just did that uneven. God damn it. Trick with concealers, if you want more coverage, let them sit for a bit on your skin before blending them in. So I'm going to let that sit there, let that dry a little bit. So back to our cream highlighting kit. I really like the cream contour shade in this one. It's a really nice cool tone, which I need. If anything is like even slightly warm, it is going to look orange on me. So my favorite brush to use for cream contouring is my Pony Cosmetics contour brush. I don't use this one for powder, but for cream, it is absolute perfection. It gets your lines perfect. So I'm just going to start. This is light as well. This shade, this kit is light. They do have different color options, which is good because this one is really light. It looks darker on camera than what it does in person. So I'm just going to build it up a bit. I'm just going to do a light contour of the nose. See, this brush is perfect because you just literally stamp it. Stampy stamp. A little bit across the bridge there. And now we're going to blend. So I'll blend with my sponge, obviously. So now we've let that concealer sit. I'm going to blend that first, then we're going to do the contour. So that's just a little trick for getting more coverage out of your concealers. If it is a quick drying concealer, obviously you cannot do that, but if they're a creamy, like liquid concealer, you can. So just turn my sponge around. Oh, one more cream product before I forget, before I set everything. So, one of my favorites, you know I love highlights, the liquid strobe. I love this. It comes in 3 shades. There's a bronze, gold, and this pink one. I got the pink one, it's the lightest one. It does get a little bit messy around the top, you can see, but it is just a liquid shimmer product. So I like to layer this under a powder one for extra shine, but you ready? I'll blend it out and you can see how pretty it is. And I also use this all over my body, so a little bit goes a long way. So I'll use it if I'm going out, which is like never, but look at it! How gorgeous is it? I live for this product. I'm going to pop that with my sponge. No, with my finger, just on my highlight point. It dries down as well, so you're not left feeling sticky or anything. It does go fully dry down. And I like to use this by itself if it's like a no makeup day. Or I layer it, as I said, with other highlights. And then yeah, if I'm going out, down the center of my legs, down the center of my arms, chest, perfection. Ooh, I'm just going to pat out my under eyes again so we don't get the creases out. Now powders, I got a few setting powders. I prefer to stick with like a skin tone powder, and usually I'll go with a pressed powder. I feel they sit better on my skin. So my favourite from Australis is the Fresh and Flawless pressed powder. I've spoken about this one before. It is a really, really nice powder. It gives you a full matte finish. So I'm just going to take it with a powder brush. I also regularly use, actually I'll use it now, I use my sponge, pick up some powder and set my under eye. There you can see. But that will lock it in all bloody day. We didn't lose any highlight, did we? Oh no, we're still there. So problem areas, I will tend to go in with a sponge. Like chin is notorious for me for coming off. Hate that. Okay, and forehead's not a problem on me, so I'm just going to dust over that. But yeah, it does give you a very matte finish, which is why I like to add some glow back in. So, what is next? Okay, I think brows. Brows are next. So I've got 2 brow products. I have got the Tag Team Brow Pencil and Gel, which again, you've probably seen me tag on Instagram a few times. And I've also got the Brows It Eyebrow Perfecting Kit. Now this one here has got, and it did come with tweezers and a little tiny brush, but what's in this one is 2 powders, which are the 2 lighter shades, and a wax. I've used this once. The powders are too light, so for me, I've got quite dark eyebrows, as you can see. So if you've got bare eyebrows, you might like this. The wax, I don't tend to use waxes. They are good for laying a base down for your powders to stick to, but I don't find them good at setting my eyebrows. So I don't recommend that one. I really love the Tag Team Brow Pencil and Gel. I use a pencil and gel all the time, so to combine it into one product is really good for me. I will say that the colour is maybe a little bit too warm. It's a bit red based, but overall I really like it. So we're going to fill the brows in now. I'll speed this up because this will be boring as. Then we take the gel side, which is just like this. I think this is a pretty good gel too. It tends to keep them staying put. That's my brows on. I think they look fab. So that one's the one I would recommend out of that. I'm just going to prime my eyelids now with that same Bye Bye Blemish concealer. So now we're on to eyeshadow. Oh yeah, we're finishing off the face later, by the way. I just realised I didn't do that. I've got a few eyeshadows from them. We've got the Halo eyeshadow palette. I used that in a recent video. I don't mind this one again. It's a good day neutral look. None of these have colour names on the back or a mirror. I don't really care about that generally. Then more recently I bought their custom palette. So this, I got some face products and then I got 3 eyeshadows. These ones here are all shimmers over here. So I got 3 shimmers. They also have mattes. The shimmers feel like that sort of creamy sort of formula. So they feel sort of a bit wet. They're really pigmented though. They are really nice. They go on very nice. But the one I'm going to be using today, oh, and my only criticism of the customized ones, they've got no names on the back. So if you're going to go reorder, you're not going to know. So I've taken a Sharpie and written the name on the back of mine. So if I run out and I need to repurchase, I know the shade name. Now, they've recently just relaunched the Neutralize Nude Eyeshadow Palette. This here is $24 for 20 shades. 20 shades for $24. I think that is a bargain. And they've actually now put the shade names on the back, which is fabulous. So it's got a mix of mattes, pressed metallic shimmers, allowing you to transition from day to night. So that's the one we're going to be using today. I have not used this one yet. I've swatched it. I feel like today I really want to use that middle shade there, which is called Salted Caramel. It is really speaking to me. It is so pretty. These don't feel as powdery as their previous ones, so I think they may have changed the formula. So we're going to go in first with a creased shade to just lay something down. So I'm going to take, I think, this one here, which is, oh god, here we go. Truffle. Oh, a little bit powdery, but not too bad. I'm just going to press that. Woo! Shade's quite nice. What else that was? Truffle. In the pan it doesn't look that pinky, but on my eyes it's coming out a bit mauve. It's nice. It's a nice matte. They feel very silky. I'm going to take a clean, large eyeshadow brush and I'm just going to buff that edge. Okay, now we're going to go a little bit deeper. I think we'll try the one next to it, which is Almond Cluster. Doesn't look like almond. Maybe those fancy wedding almonds, but it's a bit more on the purpley side. So we're going to go a deeper shade again. Might try this one down the bottom, which is Fudge. Just make sure you're tapping off your brush. These are blending so nicely too. Like they're not going on patchy at all. Good job, Australis. Makes me happy. Eyeshadows are one of my favourite things. I think I'm going to take that one that was next to Truffle. Was it Truffle? This is Peanut Brittle. This one here. It's really pretty. It's a bit more of a peachy shade though, so I don't know. Might be too peach for this look. I'm trying to use as many eyeshadows as possible. That's quite pretty. I'm going to put a little bit of one of the shimmery ones up under my brow bone, which I think I might do that really pretty light one there, which is Coconut. That one there, it's Coconut. It's very pretty. There's a matte white there. I don't necessarily feel like I'd use that, but that's probably the only shade I wouldn't use. I can't get over how nice these apply. And now we're going to cut that centre bit. So I'm just going to put some concealer on the back of my hand. And we're going to take my concealer brush. Where are you, concealer brush? There you are. And we're just going to pop that right in the centre for our cut crease. That's good. Put it on this side. Now we're going to take with that same concealer brush, that middle shade which I was talking about before, Salted Caramel. Oh, it looks so beautiful. I hope it translates. We're going to pat that on. That's not bad. Now we're going to take that shade next to it, Coconut, the lighter one, and I'm going to pop that right in the center. These feel really creamy, these metallics. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. I think you could also use them wet and they'd go on really nice. Now, along the bottom, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? I'm going to take that darker shade again that we put along the outer section. I'm going to stamp that along. I'm going to take the lighter shade, the one we did in the crease, and I'm just going to run that just under it to give it that really smoky look. Oh god, I look like a panda. I really like this. I think this is really good value. Winning. I don't even think I got any fallout. It doesn't look like it. So next up we're going to do some eyeliner. So this is their eye pencil. This is Black is Black. Use this one all the time. Again, I tag it all the time on Instagram, you would see. I love this one for in the waterline. It does transfer if you try and tight line up the top. Nice, nice, nice. And then liquid eyeliner. So I've got two of theirs. I've got the Australis liquid eyeliner. It's just what it's called, liquid eyeliner in black. Now this one here has got a sort of like a sponge tip. I don't find that it gives me a fine enough point. It's a bit I find this one a little bit more difficult to work with. It does dry down fully matte though. My favorite one from them, which I believe they're discontinuing, so if you want it, it's currently on sale. I would go get it. It is the Kpop Australis liquid eyeliner. It has a brush tip and it is a lot finer. It doesn't dry down matte though, but it doesn't feel as chunky, and I quite like it and find it pretty easy to use. So I'm going to run that across my, it's quite rare to find brush tip ones these days, but I'm going to run that along my top lash line. Let's watch me stuff this up. I'm not going to do a wing with it, I'm just going to put it along my lash line. So, I am going to put lashes on and I'll be right back. Got my lashes on now. So we're going to talk about mascara. I don't like a lot of their mascaras, not going to lie. Where is my mascara? Oh, there it is. I've used quite a few of them. This one here though is my favorite one. It is the Multi Mega Lash. It is a tubular formula, which means that it creates that film around the lashes so it doesn't transfer and you don't get the black marks under your eyes. I really love tubing mascaras, so this is a really good affordable option. The wand isn't too big and aggressive either, which is where my problem lies with some of the other ones. Now we're going to go back to the face. As I said before, I got the customized kit. A few hits and misses in here. So I'm going to contour first. I really love this contour shade. Oh, and I've also got the Take Me On Tour powder kit too, the 3. It comes with a banana powder, a highlight and a contour. I like them generally, but they are very, very powdery. I do feel like they have changed their formula with the ones in the custom palette, so I would recommend getting these over the Take Me On Tour kits. So I'm going to take the contour first, and this is in the shade, again, they don't have the names on the back of them, so I've written them on there so I know when I go to repurchase what they were. This is in the shade Taupe. Oh, I find these kits pretty handy. If you are going to buy cream products for these though, I would suggest getting a separate one just for the cream products so you're not getting powder in them. So I really like the shade of this one. It is super cool toned, which is what I need for contouring. So you see that just darkens up that cream one. And I don't find this shade gets a lot of fallout. So it's not getting all over the pan as I press into it. I can't see any kickback happening. I just really like this contour. I feel like it blends super nice as well. The bronzing shade, again, this isn't the bronzer. The bronzers, all their bronzers have shimmer in them. I'm not down with shimmery bronzers. I like a matte bronzer or one that has just a slight sheen in it. So this was the contour shade Toffee that I use as a bronzer. However, it's a little bit too warm for me. So what I'm going to do is take a little bit of the contour shade and mix it a little bit. Now that shade that I use for bronzing has a little bit more of a kickback than the taupe shade. So you get a little bit more powder coming out. So I'm just warming up the face. Really liking my makeup today. Australis, we're rocking this. I usually take bronzers down my neck too. Just run a little bit over the nose. Okay, now the next one we have that I got is the blush. Now, I really like the color of this blush, which is, it's called Cameo. It's a really pretty color. However, it does not, for some reason, come out on my skin. It picks up on the brush, when I go to put it on the skin, I don't see anything. So we're going to try it again. It's just really subtle and it doesn't look like it's got shimmer in the pan, but when I put it on, I can see shimmer. Can you see it on my face? Because I really like the colour, but it just doesn't seem to translate on my skin. It's a really light colour. It drives me mad because I really like it and I want it to work. The other one I have is the Show Me Some Cheek Blush. This is in the shade Dreamy. There is an individual pan that for the customized one that's also called Dreamy, so I'm not sure if it's the same shade, but I really like this blush as well. Blush is one of those things that I like to be pretty light-handed with. So you can see there, that gives me more colour than the other one. Now we're on to highlight, my favourite thing. We've already done the liquid one, which highly recommend, love it. I do not like these ones though, the Highlife Highlighters. They are pretty chunky. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, they're glowy, but they do have chunks of glitter in them and I feel like they're a bit chunkier on the skin. They're nice, they're just a bit of a formula that I don't necessarily love. On the other hand, however, and again, these are on sale because they're the Kpop ones and I think they're getting rid of them, so hurry and get it. This Kpop one in the little heart tin, really, really nice highlight. I'll swatch it on the other arm. These ones here are a bit more powdery, but they feel a lot nicer going on the skin. So that's that one and I use that one a lot. And then I got for the individual custom palette one and I really love this one. It is Peach Dreams. So I'm going to take Peach Dreams first on a highlighting brush. I use a fan brush most of the time. These ones do get a bit more fallout from, but just tap gently in the pan. And then we're just going to hit the high points. But these are really nice. And then if you want more glow, you can use a tapered highlighting brush, or I use my large eyeshadow brush. See? Okay, now I'm going to switch to the large eyeshadow brush and we're going to do the tip of the nose. I've done it again. And Cupid's bow. I don't know if they transformed this one into a shade for the individual ones, but if they all have that same formula, and this has the same formula, I hope they have one similar. I really like it. This one is like a bright pop. So I'll put that in the center. See? Oh, it's really, really, really nice. Okay, and I think we're just down to lips now. Lip liners are a staple for me. I like more affordable lip liners because it's a lip liner. So I've got two shades. I've got Misbehave, which is more of a nudie peach shade, and then I've got Tickled Pink, which is, as it says, it's more of a pinky shade. They're really nice. They go on really creamy, smoothly. I like them. I might use a bit more of the peachy shade today. Just gonna pop that on. Now I have tried their liquid lipstick formula, but as we all know, I'm not the biggest fan of matte liquid lipsticks. They're too drying for my skin. My lips feel nice after that lip plumper though. I might have to keep trying it to see if I do have a reaction, and I'll let you know if I do. So I do have their Color Injection lipsticks. It's just a normal bullet lipstick. They're my general preference. This one is in the shade Samba. This will probably go really nice with the eye. I'm just going to do it quite lightly on. It's not a bad shade. It's quite nice. Now for glosses, because I'm a gloss girl, we know this. I do not like, not one little bit, their Luxe Lips lip gloss. This is more of a lacquer. It is very, very, very sticky. So if that's something that you like, I mean, it will give you that high shine, but I find it too sticky for my preference. I like more those lightweight, shiny glosses. So I don't ever use this. I've used it once. It's too much for me. I really like their lip oils though. So they first came out with lip oils with their Kpop range. And these ones are currently on sale because I guess they're clearing the Kpop range. But they have brought lip oils back. But I really like these. This is a tinted lip oil. It's like a nice peachy shade. It doesn't really have a scent. It makes it nice and glossy without it being thick, which is what I like because I really do not like that thick feeling on the lips. So it just gives it that bit of shine and it tints your lips a bit if you're wearing it on its own. So I quite like that. And then for setting spray, they have two. They have a matte one or they have the makeup finishing spritz, which is my preference. It's got rose water in it and aloe vera. One of my favorites, I've gone through quite a lot of these. This is a mini one. Again, not available on their website. It is available at like Kmart and Kohl's and those sort of places. I like the mini one. It's really good for traveling and just throwing in your bag. So my top recommendations from Australis, the products that I feel like are the best ones to get from the brand. I think the customized palettes, the new custom palettes, the face products. The eyeshadows, I think you could get away with just buying a palette. If you have specific shades that you want, go ahead and get it. But I really like the face products, especially considering you can pick exactly the shades that will suit you. And that's really good instead of buying it in a kit where you're going to get shades that you're not necessarily going to use. It is a bit more expensive, but at the same time, you're getting exactly what you need and what you want, and you're more likely to use it all up. The next thing I highly recommend is their new Neutralize palette. That went on really, really nice. I really like how that look turned out. They blended really, really easily. They are pigmented. The formula feels nice. It feels different to their normal eyeshadows. I think they've done a great job with this palette. I hope they bring out more like it. This is a really good palette. The liquid strobe drops, again, if you're someone that likes shimmery products, if you're someone that likes highlight, I recommend these. I think they're really, really good, especially if you're looking for a product that you can use on your face and body when you're going out. Oh, I forgot that I've got their Girl Boss, but I used that recently, so I didn't want to use it again. Recommend these ones as well. Love this. It is like a, it says it's demi matte, but to me it just feels like a lipstick in a liquid form, which that seems to be the rage at the moment too. They're really nice and comfortable on the lips, and they do actually wear a long time, surprisingly, for not being matte. The Fresh and Flawless powder, again, highly recommend. It is one of the best pressed powders I've ever used, and it is so affordable. That's my full face of Australis. I think it looks really, really nice for an affordable makeup brand. If you haven't tried Australis, try it. They do ship worldwide, so if you're in another country and you'd like to try it, you can go to their website and they ship worldwide. I hope you've liked this video. I hope you like my makeup today. If you do, give this video a thumbs up, and I will hopefully see you guys in my next video. Bye!